Hello guys, back again to my channel today, or if you're new, welcome. I'm posting video every week, so consider subscribing. Today's video, I wanted to share with you my personal experience about hiring a maid in Singapore, and just basically in general, what should you do or what can you expect from them, and everything that is related to a foreign domestic worker in Singapore. So without further ado, let's go started with the process. So first of all, the process of hiring a FWD, foreign domestic worker, for me personally, because I cannot speak for other people, for me, I browse around, I ask around with my friends and family for some good agency in Singapore, because I do not want it to hire a maid by myself. Actually, we can hire a maid privately by our own, but I feel that with an agency I can just get better warranty for the maid, which means that if let's say the maid did not work more than how many months, or if something happened with the maid, I can ask a replacement from the agency, which means like if let's say the maid get homesick and don't want it to work anymore, or we feel that the maid is not suitable for us as our preference, then we can ask a replacement from the agency. That's what the warranty are, and normally that warranty will last for I think 3 replacement within a year or something like that, depending again back to individual agency. So I got an agency ready, and then I tell them what I want. I tell them the budget salary that I can. Example, I tell them that I can only pay certain $100 for the maid. So I want them to filter out for me which helper that is agree to get this kind of salary range, which means like when you are searching for a work, you know already the salary range that you are going to. So if let's say the salary range for some employee is too low for you, you definitely don't want to apply for the jobs. That's what I mean. So you need to set your salary that you are willing to pay. And second things that you need to tell the agency is that what kind of scope of job that you are expecting the maid to do. For me personally, because I have a baby and my baby is the priority, so I wanted somebody that can take care of a baby, and of course help me to do a little bit of housework, which is, you know, we just staying in some 4-room HDB. Is not that big, and we just one couple, meaning that it's only me and my husband in the house and one baby. So basically our housework will not be much, but I wanted everything to be cleaned up because my baby is in the stage that he crawl everywhere. He wanted to touch everything and he tasting everything. So I want my house to be clean. And of course, you can also ask the agency to filter out for you like the nationality that you want. So I know some Singaporean feel that Indonesian or Burmese or Vietnamese don't really can speak a good English, and they worry that they couldn't communicate well with the maid. So that probably make them to tell the agency that, oh, I want a certain nationality, example like a Filipina. But for me, because I'm an Indonesian Chinese, so I could speak my Indonesian very well. So I tell my agency that I want an Indonesian maid, which is I feel that I can really more relate to them as we are both Indonesian. So I asked my agency that I want a maid that is Indonesian with a certain salary that I could give, and then the scope job of the priority of the job will be taking care of the baby as well as doing a housework. After that, actually you can expect 2 things from the agency. The first one, if you are hiring a new maid, meaning that the maid or the helper is still in the country of origin, example, they are still in Philippines or they are still in Indonesia, which means you need to get their number and you need to start to do interview. And the second option is that a transfer maid. So the maid is already being in Singapore. They wanted to change a new employer because end of the contract, or maybe just because the employer don't want them to work anymore, or for a certain reason that they just wanted to change the job. So that is some kind of a transfer maid. Means starting from interview to the maid coming to Singapore to work, that probably took around maybe 1 to 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think, probably everything will be done for you. But if you are getting a transfer maid, that will be a little bit faster, because you can ask the maid to work as long as she is already available, and in the same time you can also apply for the work permit, which normally will take around 1 week, but basically the maid is already working for you. It's just that the work permit is still on process. So now goes to my personal experience with a maid. I hire a maid for around 7 to 8 months, and I've been using a 2 maid actually. The first maid that I got is actually very diligent, is very clean. The only down things about her is that she couldn't really do well with the baby, so my baby don't really want it to be with her, and in general she just don't know how to take care of baby. So I thought, never mind, as long as you can do a housework, you can do everything in a correct way, so at least you can help me. I'm a full-time stay-home mom, so I still can take care of my baby while you can help me if needed to. Everything goes well in the beginning until we found out that she's actually very addicted to her phone, and I was telling her that you couldn't use your phone if you are with my baby or in the daytime that you are still working. So my baby is sleeping somewhere around 8 o'clock at night, so from there onwards, if you already done your job, when is your resting time, by all means you wanted to use your phone, you wanted to call your family, or you just wanted to browse around, by all means you can do it. But in the daytime, I don't want you to use it. So everything goes well until she actually like to browse or use her phone until a very late night, and that's make her couldn't really wake up in the morning. At first, I was only tell her that don't use your phone too late, rest, and then you can wake up in the early morning, because my baby wake up somewhere around 7:30 in the morning. So I asked her to actually be ready at 6. I mean, she need to wake up at 6, and she need to maybe take a bath or have her own breakfast and have her own times, and maybe sweep the floor or mop the floor before my baby wake up. And somewhere around 7:30 when my baby wake up, she can help me to handle the baby, because basically I need to feed my baby, I need to bath my baby afterwards. So after she waking up late for a few times, so I confronted her, I tell her not to wake up late anymore, and she just don't really happy. From there onwards, she give some working attitude, giving some not a happy face whenever we ask her to do something. She's basically just keep on telling me that she's homesick, she wanted to go back to Indonesia, but she couldn't just because that she owes money to the agency, because she borrowed some money to the agency before coming to Singapore. So she need to pay that back before she can go. Told her, as long as you still wanted to work and doing a good job, of course I will let you work until time that you don't want to work anymore. But then she tell me that she's stressed here, she's very stressed in Singapore, blah blah blah. And at one day she just ran away during her off day. So basically every Sunday the helper will be off, and she just ran away without telling us. But you know, everything is still here. I mean, her luggage, her her bag, her things is basically everything still in our house. So I told the agency, because it's already around 9 p.m. at night, I tell the agency that seems like the maid is running off because she's not home yet. We set a time for her to be back at home before 8. So normally she already at home by 8 p.m. but now it's already 9 plus and she haven't went back yet. So I think that she is running away. So the agency tried to locate her, tried to call her, tried to WhatsApp her, and at the end was able to in touch with her. And then she was telling the agency saying that yeah, she's very stressed working with us, which I don't understand why, because basically there's nothing in our house that she need to do. It's just like housework. But of course she couldn't use her phone during daytime, which I think that make her stress. And my baby is not going well with her. The baby will just cry or making a fuss if with her. And I was telling her that I want her to spend more time with my baby because I need to do something else sometimes, which I couldn't be 24 hours with the baby. I hire her so she could help me to take care of the baby, like when I'm having my meals or when I just wanted to take a bath or doing something else. So I think that make her stressed. When the agency was able to locate her, I tell the agency that don't send her back to my house anymore because I don't want anything to happen again. Like I don't want to deal with a runaway helper. So I asked the agency, I wanted to replace some helper. So we got another helper, which is a transfer helper as well. Basically with the first experience, I lowered down my expectation for this second one, as I know that not all helper can handle for a baby. So in my mind, I just think that as long as she can help me for a while and can do a good housework, can cook well for us, just be it, you know. You don't have to really take care of my baby because I can took care of him myself. So when she came, which initially I told the agency saying that I just wanted to try her first for 3 days to see whether or not she's willing to work here and to see whether or not I can adjust to her and to see how her performance. So basically during those 3 days she don't really do well. She's very messy, she's very dirty, and she just, as expected, don't really do well with my baby. But I was thinking that as long as she's willing to work, which is this second one was really willing to work. She told me that she wanted to earn the money to support her son because she's a single mother. So in my mind was, as long as you're willing to work, I can teach you, I will keep on telling you what I want, and I will keep on guiding you to do the good job for us. So by 3 days, I told the agency that I will take this maid in and basically teach her everything from the very small one to the very big one. And at first, everything was doing alright. She followed my instruction, but some bad things keep on happening, like some of my things is spoiled, some of my pen is spoiled, some of my clothes or some of the brush is spoiled after she used it. So basically she will ruin everything in the house. So I keep on telling her to be more gentle and to do more proper job, because whenever she clean, it's not yet clean. So if she already clean our bathroom, at the end of the day when we go into our bathroom is still very dirty and very slippery, which is not really being cleaned well. So we keep on telling her to do a better job. We keep on encouraging her to do better and to put hygiene as a priority. So at first she will do it till like around 2 months she start to have a working attitude, again because maybe, you know, like for me, I was very tired to keep on telling her as well, to keep on inspecting everything that she did, and which is at the end of the day, everything is not right, everything is messy, everything is not neat, and everything is not clean. So I keep on telling her to do a second time, to clean more and to repeat everything, which is for me is very tiring, and for her as well, I think it's very tiring. So everything not goes well, she's not really happy at the end of the day, and I'm not really happy as well at the end of the day, because I think that she couldn't really help me with the baby, she couldn't really do the housework well. So what can she do for me? I mean, I can do everything faster and cleaner and neater than her, so why should I hire her? So I was keep on thinking about it until one day when I tell her to clean more, to put more hygiene to my baby stuff, especially my baby stuff. She was answering me back. She started to tell me that I'm very fussy, saying that she already cleaned everything, but then I keep on insisting that it's not clean, which is exactly, it's not clean. If it's clean, why should I bother to tell her that it's not clean? So I know already that this maid doesn't fit with me anymore. So I decided to send her back, and I decided to embrace everything, and now I'm doing everything by myself. I cook, I take care of my baby, I do my housework, but of course we are a big team. My husband was very supportive of me. He helped me everything every night to mop the floor and to prepare everything for my baby. So now we took care of our baby by our own, and we hope that everything can be alright. And I just wanted to tell you everything will be alright. I wanted you to know that if you're facing some hard time now, everything will be past, everything will be better and better by the day. It's basically what I did as well, because at first it was very tiring to do the housework and still need to take care of my baby and still need to cook for my baby. Everything was very hectic, and I feel that I'm very stressed. I don't have a time even to just sit down, but everything goes well by day. And when you watch your baby grow, that's when you feel very happy and accomplished, and you feel very fulfilled. So that is my story about hiring a maid and my personal experience with the maid, which is not really goes well. But please note that this is only my personal experience, which is not goes well with the maid. But not all maid is the same. It's very individual. If you got a very good one, you're very lucky. I'm very envy of you. So thank you for watching. I hope this story can give you some ideas about hiring a maid in Singapore. Don't forget to give me a subscribe. See you in my next one. Bye bye.